Our next speaker is Professor Sandeep Shukla. Professor Sandeep Shukla is professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering and also the Joint Director of the National Interdisciplinary Center for Cybersecurity and Cyber Defense of Critical Infrastructure, which is we know as the C3i Hub of IIT Kanpur. He is also the Joint Director of the National Blockchain Project funded by the PMO. Before joining IIT Kanpur, Professor Shukla served as a research faculty at University of California at Irvine and a professor of computer engineering at Virginia Tech, USA. His major research areas are cybersecurity, cyber resilient system design, risk assessment, and critical infrastructure security and blockchain. So, welcome to Professor Shukla. The floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for listening to me, and thanks to Professor A.K. Singh for inviting me. So when he called me, he said that industry, while they are going to put their offices inside Technopark, or they want to work with our academic colleagues, they might be worried about the security of their data and their intellectual property, because there is too much cyber attacks, and there is possibility that things may leak out from here, and irrespective of where they leak out from, you might actually be subject to penalty as per the new Data Protection Act 2023. And so what I am trying to convince you is that we have the best cybersecurity team, research team, as well as actual practical know-how of security and data protection in the country. And as Professor Sharma has mentioned, that thanks to this Technology Innovation Hub program that he spearheaded when he was at DST, we have the C3i Hub, which is a technology innovation hub that he was talking about, whose job is not only to do internal facing activities, but do all-round activities, including funding startups, including translational research, working with the industry, as well as actually serve the industry for various cybersecurity related services. So hopefully very quickly through these slides, I'm going to show you some of the kind of glimpse of kind of things that we have been doing as C3i Hub, which is a DST funded technology innovation hub. And as Professor Sharma has mentioned, that these hubs are created as Section 8 companies, 100% owned by IIT Kanpur, not necessarily profit making, because this is Section 8 company, but it has a company structure, it has board and CEOs and technology advisory board and so on and so forth. So Professor Manindra Agarwal and myself are the program directors in this program. And before C3i Hub started, we actually had, so if you look at this, here you see that before this we had, on the left hand side, 2015, 16, 17, 18, and 19, we had this C3i Center, which was a Science and Engineering Research Board, ACRB funded research center. And then so we kind of moved smoothly into these hub activities, except that in the center we were doing mostly research and training activities and some industry collaborations. But in the hub, it is our mission to do translational research and work with the industry, as well as serve the industry to raise extramural funding and so on. So what you are seeing here is some of the books that we came up with in the last few years, but that's not the major activity. The major activities here is obviously research, development, and deployment of cybersecurity solutions. So we are more focused towards invention, but more on innovation. And then we, whenever called upon, we provide cybersecurity services, and I'll talk about some of the examples. Then establish cybersecurity ecosystem by supporting R&D in other institutes. So we have so far funded 50 single PI or small scale like 25 to 40 lakh 3-year proposals to various institutes in specific cybersecurity problems. We also have been doing co-development of cybersecurity solutions with various industry, and workforce development and training, which we were also doing as center. And then benchmark, this is a new activity we are planning to undertake, is to benchmark cybersecurity tools and technologies that our startups are coming up with, so that we can kind of give a sort of like a certification that this particular tool or technology is actually useful to the government or to other to other industry. And also, we often serve as the think tank for cybersecurity and cybercrime threats in the country. So, so one thing that if you and you can walk down if you want at some point in time to actually go to our lab. Actually, our C3i Hub is actually going to be located in the second floor of this building, and already we started operating from here. A couple of our employees are already here, but our major test beds and display of our security operations center is in a building down this road in front of here. So you can actually go and see it. So this is our security operations center, and this is completely built from either our own homegrown components or open source components, and this is a open source SOC or security operations center with a full security incident and event management solution. So security operations center also, we have operations center not only for IT systems, but also for operational technology OT systems, like in manufacturing, because nowadays, like, if you are aware that last week the Chinese hackers were attacking the US water treatment plants and so on and so forth. So there has been a pretty large scale attack on US power generation plants from Chinese actors and so on and so forth. So these kind of things, like OT security operations center, security orchestration, SOAR, and we also have deception technology, honeypot solutions, and also among the activities that we are doing. So for example, right now we are in the process of building a security operations center for the Vilai steel plant. We already deployed our security operations center at the National Highway Authority headquarters, in the Indian Port Association, and one academic institute. And we are also developed this SOC, which goes beyond the standard SOCs that you can get in the market, like QRadar and so on. So the security operations center, the first one, the top one is the IT SOC, and the bottom one is OT SOC. And the various components of the security operations center. So asset and vulnerability management solution. So we have full asset and vulnerability management solution, and so you can actually have full visibility of all the cyber assets in your organization, including all the servers, laptops, the network devices, etc. And you can actually real time get idea about which one needs patching, which one new vulnerability has been reported on which one, and so on. And then you can actually get patched. You can also look at the events that are happening on those endpoints, so that you have a good idea. And the extensive use of AI and ML to actually make sense of what's happening, because if you have thousands of machines in your organization, you will certainly not be able to handle this manually, that by looking at on your console what is happening at each endpoints. You have to have automation. So that these are the screens for vulnerability management. We also have the ability to do intrusion detection at the host level, at the endpoint level, as well as at the network level. But this is where I was talking about the automation issues. We also have alert and case management, so we actually can have multiple use cases, so based on the various kinds of attacks that are happening nowadays. So when you have lots of events and lot of activities that are being collected at your security operations center, you want to make sense of that automatically through what we call a case-based reasoning. So this is what we are doing here. We also have extensive set of tools for malware analysis, which we have developed over last 7-8 years using AI and ML. So we have not only executable malware, but we also have malware that are in PDF and in the various other types of files like JPEG files or any other kind of files, Word files and Excel files and so on and so forth. And then we also have the honeypot analysis tool, so we have deployed honeypots inside IIT Kanpur as well as at various locations around the world using cloud. And then we collect threat intelligence. What are the different kinds of attacks that are going on and so forth. We also have the compliance management. So if your organization has to show that they are 27001 compliant, or they are compliant with GDPR, or they're compliant with any kind of guidelines, like power system guideline regulations are going to come in a few months. So we can do automation of that compliance management as well. So these are some of our test beds. So we have power generation test beds. So it's down the street. If you wanted to go and check it out, it's power generation, distribution, transmission test bed. We have a water treatment plant test bed. We have industrial robotics as well as manufacturing test beds and so on. And these things have all these PLCs and SCADA and all those industrial automation equipments and software that are deployed at various locations in India. So we have found vulnerabilities in these things. So we have found vulnerabilities of criticality to 9.8 even in some of these, which now are part of the National Vulnerability Database. So in a recent work that we have been discussing with the National Cybersecurity Coordinator's Office is the persistent threats from countries like China, from Russia. Russia is not so much in India, but China particularly, or Pakistan, or Iran, or North Korea, Vietnam. These are the places where we get most of the persistent threat actors who are coming into our systems and remaining persistent. So they are infiltrating these systems with malware and silently staying there, so that at an opportune moment they can actually do something as per commands obtained from their command and control servers, which are also located in various other countries. For example, China never puts their command and control server in China. It's actually a cloud server is somewhere in the US or something. So we wanted to actually figure out a system by which we can actually track which APT groups or advanced persistent threat groups are actually targeting our infrastructure. So this was actually a very interesting project that we did for over 4 or 5 months between 2021 and 22, which is to create a completely fake organization called Institute of Pandemic Studies. In this fake organization, we had software-defined networking. We had many servers. The servers had fake MOUs, or fake data, all this kind of stuff. So we created a full-fledged deception, and then we studied the kind of APT groups that come in, right? So APT groups will come in when there is some interesting data and so on. So actually we found that so this was designed to actually capture certain APT groups belonging to China. But we got in actually number of APT groups, not the ones that we actually designing it for, but we got other APT groups through this process. So another area where we have had very large-scale projects. So with the we had a almost 34 crore project with the National Cybersecurity Coordinator's Office called the National Blockchain Project. So in the National Blockchain Project, we have done two different things. One is application of blockchain technology for example, for data integrity, such as Karnataka government wanted us to do this land record registry data on blockchain, or we did a blockchain-based identity solution, which was eventually used for giving out degrees, certificates, etc., from IIT Kanpur and many other organizations and so on. The another issue that our police is often worried about is the ransomware demands and many other criminal activities, terrorist funding, the money laundering. These are happening with cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency is supposedly pseudo-anonymous, which means that you cannot know, there is usually no KYC, etc. So you have to track the flow of the cryptocurrency, and that's where we developed a tool. And we have worked with these various police departments, and right now we got a new project for actually creating this tool to cover many other cryptocurrencies. Right now we are covering only 3 cryptocurrencies, and they want us to cover more. We also have a very strong group to actually do hardware security. So hardware security means that there are often times you are depending on your phone for doing digital signatures, or for doing monetary payments and so on. But your key, the private key on which your identity depends, is often not properly safely stored in the phone. And the reason why it is not safely stored in the phone is that maybe it has a very expensive chip, special chip for we call enclave, but there is electromagnetic radiation and other power side channel, etc., timing side channel, which will reveal the key of the private key. And once your private key is revealed, anybody can do whatever you want to do with your phone. So we have a team of faculty as well as students who are doing a lot of work on the side channel, this thing. We also have developed a tool for cybercrime investigation, which is called the Cybercrime Navigator. So this tool is actually has painstakingly worked with the police departments as well as through various modus operandis to actually develop how to actually break down a cybercrime into very small activities. So you can now take a cybercrime story from a victim and then divide it into micro level activities that the attacker, the criminal, might have done. And based on that, you can create your investigative process, like what investigation is required to be done, what investigative artifacts are required to be collected, and so on. So that's the work, and we worked on this particularly with the Cyberabad police. And this is another project we are doing with the National Critical Infrastructure Protection Center, and this is about the cybersecurity maturity model. Like, if you have cybersecurity in your organization, you want to know whether it is mature enough to actually survive a large-scale cyber attack or unprecedented cyber attack, and how do you actually measure that maturity? That's the work. Now, among the other services that we do, one thing is we are also certain empaneled. C3i Hub is a certain empaneled cybersecurity auditor and red teamer, which means that we have been doing this for, like, let's say Mangalore Refinery, National Highway Authority, various ports, various steel plants, and so forth, even some Indian Army apps and so on. So we are providing various audit services and red teaming services. Also, as I said, that we have created 50 R&D projects and 50 startups that we have supported and incubated. And so 50% of the R&Ds claim that they have demonstrable technologies, and over 50% of the startups have products either deployed or commercialized already. And so we want to create more opportunity for inter-R&D collaboration as well as inter-startup collaboration in the near future. And okay, so I think I'm going to finish here. So this is the final thing. We have been training a lot of people for creating the cybersecurity manpower. So we have a 6-month-long cybersecurity certification program that's been happening for last 8 cohorts. 8th cohort is about to finish in a couple of months. and 300 plus people have been certified on that. We have a professional certificate program in blockchain which has 600 plus certified people now. We have e-masters, a master's degree program completely online in cybersecurity which has 130 plus. And we have also MTech MS in cybersecurity which has 50 plus students. So I guess I'll finish here. I hope that I have been able to convince you that you are safe in our hands if you come here, because we actually kind of know what we are doing, right? All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shukla.
Thank you so much,